Namaste everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are all doing great, and wow, does it feel surreal to be able to say this after 4 whole months of being away. So I decided to make this video solely to tell you guys where I have been for the last 4 months, why I was MIA, why I was AWOL without any prior notice, and what I have been up to in the last 4 months. So this video is solely going to be about that. And in case you are not interested and you're just here for the content, that I wish to tell you guys that there is going to be a new video next Friday at 3 p.m. Where I will put out a Diwali related video showing you guys how I will decorated my house this year for Diwali. So stay tuned for that. So let's address the elephant in the room. Where have I been in the last 4 months? So there have actually been a lot of things that have been happening. When I put out my last video, which was on 3rd of June 2022, I had in my head thought that I want to take a break from YouTube for about a month or so, because there is something else that has been going in the back end where I wanted to divert my energy to. So I thought I'll maybe, take a break for a month or so, and then I'll come back to making videos. And then one thing happened after another, and it ended up being a 4-month long break. There have been so many people who thought that I had stopped making videos. Well, sorry to break it to you, but that's never going to happen. But for those of you who reached out, who asked what I have been up to, why I have not been putting out videos, I thought that I owe this video to you guys. So after putting out that video, I had, of course, like I said, thought in my head that I want to take a break. And then I thought that because I hadn't taken a trip in I don't know how long, I genuinely needed a break. Because, for those of you who don't know, I also have a full-time job and I do YouTube on the side. So juggling with a full-time job and then YouTube, and then there was the pandemic, my mind needed a break, my soul needed a break. So I asked a few of my friends, but then of course, like every other friend that there is to exist in this universe, everyone said no. So I was on my own. And at one point I just got frustrated. I was like, screw everything, I'm just going to take a solo trip. So everything was planned. I had planned a solo trip to Leh Ladakh in June, and I was supposed to leave on about 14th or 15th of June if I'm not wrong. No, wait, I was supposed to leave somewhere around 9th or 10th of June, yeah. And everything was finalized, but my parents were not very comfortable with the idea of me going to Ladakh alone. Not because it was a solo trip, but because Ladakh is not the best place for your first solo trip to happen because of all the altitude sickness, and a lot of people actually have problems coping with the weather conditions and the atmospheric I'll say that again. A lot of people have trouble coping with the weather and the atmospheric conditions at the altitude that Leh Ladakh is at. So my parents wanted me to go with someone, or maybe, if I want to take a solo trip, they were suggesting other places that I could go to. But I really wanted to experience I really wanted to experience Leh as a solo traveler. So my friends volunteered that, okay, fine, I'll accompany you to this trip and let's go together. And we were on a call at night, and then we thought, okay, we'll book our tickets the next morning. And when we woke up, we realized that the flight prices had shot up. And I think for Leh Ladakh, the round ticket price was somewhere around 22 or 25k. And I was like, no way I am spending so much on just flights. And by chance, very randomly, we ended up checking tickets for Goa, and we were like, okay, the ticket prices are reasonable, should we just do Goa? And it was a very last minute plan. We were like, okay, fine, let's do Goa. So we ended up booking our tickets for Goa, and I took like a 7 or 9 day long trip to Goa, including the whole commute and everything. I met a few of my friends from JLF also, Jaipur Literature Festival, for those of you who don't know. So Goa ended up happening. I don't know how. It was just so last minute, so that ended up happening. Don't worry, I have everything documented for you guys. In all these 4 months that I was gone, I shot every piece of content that I could. I just did not have the time to edit it and upload it. But wherever I went, I shot everything. So you will have a Goa vlog that will be coming up very soon. I can't promise when, but it will be coming out very soon. So stay tuned for that as well. So once Goa ended up happening and I came back home, literally 10 days after that, I had to travel to Jaipur because one of my friends, she was getting married. So I left for Goa on 19th of June and then I came back on 27th or 28th. And then I had to leave for my friend's wedding on I think 4th or 5th of July. So by the time I came back from her wedding, it was already like 11th or 12th of July. After that, again, this thing that I told you guys about, I started concentrating my energy on this thing. And then I think after a month or so, somewhere around 8th or 9th August, I got COVID, and then about 1 or 2 weeks went into the whole, COVID thing. Then after a while when I recovered, I was just having a conversation with a friend and he said that he's planning to take a trip to Delhi, and he asked me if I wanted to accompany him. So I gave it a thought and I realized that Ganesh Visarjan ki chutti was on 9th of September, which was a weekend. So I would get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off from work, and then I could take additional 1 or 2 days off, and then we could plan a short trip. So I said, okay, why not? And then I called up a few of my other friends and I asked them if they wanted to catch up in Delhi, and they said, okay, all right. So I again took a short trip to Delhi. I ended up going to Sarojini for the first time in my life. I have never been to Sarojini before. Again, I have documented all of that for you guys. I will also be showing you guys everything that I got. And then after I came back again, I started concentrating my energy at this one place. So basically it has been a constant back and forth between taking trips and traveling and then work, and just so much that YouTube ended up taking a back seat. I did not plan that it would stretch for 4 whole months, but it ended up happening. And if you guys have been patient enough to wait for 4 whole months for me to put out content, I genuinely thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I understand that this is no excuse. I mean, at least if I was going to go missing, the least I could have done is informed you guys, and I truly apologize for that. But I was also active on Instagram this whole time, so I believe you guys would have seen sneak peeks of my Goa trip, of my Delhi trip, and also my Jaipur trip, and also things that were happening in between. One thing that you guys must have noticed, the biggest change, is that I now have short hair. Again, I had posted about it on Instagram as well, and it was also a very last minute decision. I was like, it had been a while since I had gone short, so I was like, okay, fine, let's just try this out also. I think this hair looks very nice, and also it's very easy to maintain short hair. So basically this is what I have been up to in all these 4 months, going back and forth, coming back home, then getting ready to pack and leave again. I still cannot promise you guys how often I will be posting videos. However, I do have so much content that has piled up and I have to push it out for you guys. I have my Goa vlog, then my Delhi vlog. After that, I have so many hauls pending because obviously in all these 4 or 5 months, I shopped a lot also. So I have a Zara haul, H&M haul, Myntra haul, Nykaa haul, Sarojini haul, most important of all. And everything, each and everything, all the outfits, all the hauls, all the vlogs I will be putting out very soon. Just bear with me. I will try to push out videos once in 2 weeks, if not every week, but I will try to be consistent over here. If you guys do want regular updates, you guys can connect with me on Instagram as well. I'm quite active over there. So yeah, this was the update that was long due for you guys, and I believe you guys deserve to know everything that had been going in the back end while I was away. And do stay tuned for the video that is going to come out next week. I think it's a very beautiful video. I made all the decorations and the rangolis all by myself. You'll see it in that video. And I hope to see you guys more frequently as I used to before. So that was it for today's video. I hope that you guys will stick around, and happy Diwali, happy festive season. It feels awful to not be able to put out content during the best time of the year, but I will stay in touch with you guys to the best of my ability, I promise. Also wishing you guys a very happy Navratri, Dashehra, Diwali. I know Navratri and Dashehra are already over, but because I was not able to wish all of you, here are the wishes from the bottom of my heart. And may this festive season bring a lot of prosperity, love and health to all of us. Happy festive season, and I shall see you next week. Bye!